Okay, so I think that we are ready to get started, or start getting started anyway. So what I've done in the meantime, after editing the host files, I was messing around writing a Python script. I was doing some checking, just looking up like different Python syntax and stuff like that. And then it occurred to me maybe I should try searching to see if somebody's already written a proxy script for this game, and then maybe we can just reuse that. And it turns out that there is. It turns out that Live Overflow, I found out in a GitHub that referred back to Live Overflow's GitHub, that he wrote a proxy script and a parser script. And I'm really trying to avoid spoilers and everything, so I didn't look into it too much. But I figured, why reinvent the wheel? If there's already a proxy script that's already working, why not use it? If there's a parser script, that's just going to make our jobs that much easier. So as you can see in the background here, and I've kind of reconfigured things a little bit. Now you got the game in one corner, and so you can see what's happening in the game while we're doing this, because we're going to be entering in commands, and we want to see what's happening in the game at the same time. So yeah, I already started them up. Just checked them out to see if they're working, and they do seem to be. So I am going to upload these to Canvas just as soon as this video is over with. But in the meantime, I want to run it through its paces quick so that you can see what we're looking at. That's way too loud. Sorry, the music for the game is way too loud. I can't hear anything. Take it easy there, dude. There we go. Now, come on. There we go. Don't turn down my VM. Come on. I'm gonna. Okay, here we go. Herding cats. All right, let's get back into this. Okay. So this, what you're seeing here, is the output that we can expect. And I'm going to start it up in a second so that you can see what's going on in real time. But you can see that last video or so ago, we were using Wireshark to check and see. Here, let me throw that up real quick because I still actually happen to have Wireshark still open. So we were capturing some packets here from Wireshark to see what the game was sending out and receiving, and we found that it was sending out, we got these data streams here, right? This 6076 or whatever, and we noticed that they aren't the same, that when we were moving around, they changed. And I thought at the time that maybe that might be significant somehow, like maybe indicating a direction or a speed or something. Well, from the output of the script, I think that we can see what that's supposed to be. So here we have all these packets, 4E731, etc. There's all over the place. We can see that the parser script is spitting out 3 numbers based on that. And so that must be our position on the map. You can represent a single plot in a 3D environment with just 3 numbers, the X, Y, and the Z axis. And of course, this is a 3D game, so we could be on the top of a mountain, we could be in a valley, we could be on one side of the island, we could be on the other side of the island. All of these, all we need to do is know our X, Y, and Z, and that's our position. This is great that the parser script is able to do this, because that actually saved me a little bit of work coming up here in the future. We're still going to go over it and reverse engineer it to figure out really what's going on and be certain of that. But, oh, you know what else I'm noticing here is that it looks like this is the only significant string that equates to these 3 coordinates. So the 6D76, apparently that's maybe, I don't know, maybe that's just a header, or maybe that is the validation string. Like, if the server will validate any data that comes in with that prefix. I don't know. We'll work on that one a little bit. What was I going to say? Oh, right. So yeah, we're definitely going to reverse engineer this and come back to it later and really understand how it's working, because that will be significant when we're doing things like teleporting, maybe flying. or something like that. But that's not what I'm after in this video. I just want to get myself some infinite money and some infinite ammo. What we need to do then is we need to run the proxy and capture the packets for when a transaction occurs, when either we get money or spend money, or when we get ammo or lose ammo, so that we can see what those packets look like and parse those. And I looked through the parser script quickly, and I didn't see anything related to that, so I'm guessing that LiveOverflow, and I keep referring to him as LiveOverflow because I don't know his name. It's just his handle on YouTube. I'm guessing he didn't do anything with that. So let's get it started. Okay, so I have the proxy script pared down a little bit, by the way. If you want his original, go ahead and get it from his GitHub. But what I did is, because I'm on 309, I don't need to have it go and set up, I don't need to have it go and listen on all of the potentially available ports. I just needed to listen on 3009, so that's what I've got here. All right, so, and now there's a handy little prompt here, by the way, which I'm guessing from the script, it looks like it takes input for commands, which is perfect, because that saves me a lot of time of trying to figure out how to insert that into there. So that's fantastic. I don't know exactly what commands to enter yet, but figuring out what commands to enter is a lot easier than starting from scratch and writing it all. So that's awesome. If we play, then we should see the client communicating with the server, and the server communicating back through the proxy to the client, and we should also see a display of the data that's coming through. So there we have going out from the client to the server. This is the master server here, 3333, and then back and forth. It's going to negotiate this handshake, and we can see that we have some data here that seems to represent what that looks like. So we just had another line skip up. I don't know what that was caused by, but who knows. All right, so there we have, it's loading in my characters. One of these strings must represent this character model, right? I may have more than one character available. So maybe my team? I don't know. Okay, so this data is flying by in the background, but yes, you can see that that we do have that 6D, 7, whatever data coming up here. And it does have the X, Y, and Z coordinates there, and they do change as we move, as you can see. That's side door. And you can see that we have different strings, like if we jump, we can now see visually that there's actually a slightly longer string of data that's sent, and there's actually 2 for each jump. And I don't know, one of them must indicate that the character is jumping, the other one may indicate that the character is falling, or it may indicate maybe jump is a state. Like one activates the jump state and one removes the jumping state. Okay, so let's talk here. Initiate transaction. I'm just watching the strings flying by as we do. Let's sell one of our bullets for 2 pwn coins. Yeah, we definitely had a transaction there. So I'm going to stop this. And I'm going to stop it, by the way, and you notice that as soon as I killed the proxy, we lost our connection to the game. That's good. That's what we want to see. So you notice that I typed exit rather than Control-C'ing out of that. I did notice that if you just Control-C this, it hangs. It won't kill the threads. So just type the exit command and it will exit. All right, let's move up here back to where our transaction occurred. It was a longer string. I do remember seeing that. There we go. Right there. I believe that's it. That one or this one. Because these are definitely... Oh, there we go. New item. 2x coin. There we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So there must be... I'm going to have to look through the parser script now and see if there's... if he did already get something for adding money. Let's see. That's the proxy script. There's the parser script. So it was new item that we saw. All right, so def h new item data origin length structure unpacked h name data unpack. It looks like it's this is just the parser. It looks like it's just parsing the data stream. It's not actually doing anything. And there's nothing in the proxy script as far as the commands available, as far as like giving items or something like that. So that's something we're going to have to work out. But this is great. This is confirmation that this does indeed contain information that's being sent to the server and back to the client about transactions as they occur and the amount of Pwn coins that must certainly be available then. So that is awesome. Now we just need to figure out how we're going to do this. And that means it's going to be, on my part, it's going to be writing in a command to try and give myself items. And that's going to mean parsing this data here and trying to figure out if I can make sense of it. It's going to mean probably conducting some more transactions in the game. And probably for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and cease printing our position, our XYZ position, because I don't need that information now, but that will likely be super important later on. So I'm going to comment that out, and then I'll upload that to Canvas, and then I'll start working on it, and I'll get back to you when I begin to have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to have to do. So see you then.